Hey, 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 what's going on, everybody? You already know what time it is. It's consulting time. And so this evening, you are in for an eclectic experience. We have a diverse group of individuals tonight who are just coming to wow you, wow you, wow you, wow you. And so, disclaimer, disclaimer. Your girl Lily Mae is on auntie duty for 3 days. So if at any time you hear some screaming or some laughing or some crying or anything like that, please know they are okay. But they are 2 and 3. Twins are 2, nephew is 3, and they are wide open. So we're going to go on and get this rolled on the show. All right, so you were listening to a couple of tunes in the background. And so you were listening to Notes82, who is the first leg of the evening. And so this gentleman is a spectacular artist. Definitely, when I listen to his music, I love it. East New York, stand up, right? He is definitely a lyricist, and I definitely hear, how conscious he is in his music. So, without further ado, I present to you Notes 82. How
How you-
are you?
I'm good. How are you doing today?
Good, 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 good. So you hailing from the east side. East
Yeah,
side.
East New York. Yes, Brooklyn.
All right. So I'm going to assume
Hmm.
that you've just been surrounded by music all your life.
Yes. My mother was a singer in the church. My auntie was a singer in the church. And I was around a lot of musicians inside of the church. So that's where my background comes from. But it's mainly my mother and my father that comes from them.
Okay, all right. So let's talk a little bit about that. So I grew up in the church. I already know what time it is. I think it's so funny. I said this a couple of weeks ago. It seems like everybody got their start in the church, which
Yes.
is super dope. I think all of us, that we're grounded and rooted, we already knew what time it was.
Yeah.
So how did the music grow then?
Um. Well, I'm gonna give you this fact. My father is a pastor, so I grew up a pastor's kid as well.
Ah, PK.
So he became saved before my mother, but my mother, um, every Saturday morning, you're a little kid, you wake up, you got to clean up the house, and you hear those good old good music of Anita Baker, The Temptations, Earth, Wind, and Fire. So
Yes.
that's where I fell in love with music from that standpoint. But going to church actually made me look at music in a different type of light too. So when we talk about keeping it real and being a lyricist, and I think I keep it authentic, that's where most of my my energy comes from when it comes to music.
Okay, 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 okay. So how did you kind of move into this career in hip hop and being a lyricist? Because I noticed that the
Hmm.
song we just heard is definitely conscious, it's definitely targeted. But how did your career evolve into where you are now?
Um, Slow process, man. It's always a slow process when you don't know the business coming up. I thought I knew it all when I was young. I think we all are like that. But for me, it was more or less like going through what I went through early in music and not
Mhm.
understanding it. And where I'm at now, I sit and say, dang, I wish I would have knew what I know now. But destiny is never, you can never question destiny. I believe destiny is always where I'm at right now. So I mean, that's basically it. That's really it. My
Okay,
journey,
okay,
my journey is my story.
okay, okay, okay. All right. So I guess when we think about, hip hop, rap, and all of those things and where we are right now in life,
Mhm.
tell me a little bit about what you feel like your place is in the industry.
I like to be a voice for the culture. So what I mean by that, I love the culture so much. I love hip hop so much. I believe I grew up in the era of the golden era of the '90s. But I'm not even gonna lie to you. I love the latter part of the '80s. And for me, when I was about 10, 11 years old, my brother bringing that to my attention because we were church kids, but we were also seeking something different outside of the church. So he introduced me to that. He introduced me to hip hop, and I just love. I just fell in love with hip hop from the first day that I heard it, and that's why I am the way I am today. I want to be a voice for the culture, and I believe that I am a voice for the culture.
Okay. All right. So tell me a little bit about, how you kind of get into your zone of songwriting and things of that nature.
Man, I enjoy writing. So I believe like my favorite subject in high school was English. So English, you got to write a lot of essays and stuff like that. So it started off writing poetry, but I've always been a lover of writing. So for me, it's my process is always live life. So if I'm living life, I always have something to talk about. So that's my thing. I told people they think I'm crazy. I don't believe in writer's block because I live life every day.
All right, all right. So when we think about today's music scene, everybody's doing music. Back in the day,
Mhm.
I don't know where auto tune was. People, for real, people back in the day legit had raw talent. I think a
Yeah.
lot of people nowadays have raw talent as well, but it seems like the people with raw talent
Mhm.
don't have the, or seemingly are not putting off the sex appeal and the sass that the industry has so eloquently commercialized.
Yes, you're right.
But
Hmm.
you feel what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
so, where do you feel like if you had to kind of put yourself in a category with people, who are the people that you feel like you are most symbolic of, or who represents you the most?
I love this question, man, and I had this question again on another podcast the other day. But I really feel like if people want to compare me, I really feel I get the Nas comparisons sometimes. I get the Kanye comparisons, early Kanye comparisons, Lupe Fiasco, J. Cole. But everybody comparing me, these are the people that I actually like. I like their music, and I actually like the message that they deliver in their music. And that's the key for me, is the messages. So every rapper that I mention, they have a message in their music. If you listen to J. Cole, it's always something in his music that gives
Oh,
off a good positive aura. You understand what I'm saying? So
oh yeah, oh yeah.
those guys, but most people don't know certain people that I grew up loving, like Tribe Called Quest. I'm still a lover of Tribe Called Quest, and
Okay.
I still listen to those albums, and I go back and listen to Mos Def, I listen to Talib Kweli, and for me, it's like those are the people that I want my music to be predicated off of. Well, not predicated off of, but their mindsets on when they're delivering music. It's always a message behind it.
Okay, okay, okay. Wow. So before we even think about closing out, go ahead and let the people know where they can find you on social media and your
Mhm.
music.
You can find me everywhere on social media. On Twitter, you can find me at NotesView33. On Facebook, you can find me at Notes82, but you got to spell it out: NOTESEIGHTYTWO. On Instagram, you can find me at Notes82 underscore, and you can find my music all over the place. Spotify, Tidal, and right now you can find my single "No Justice, No Peace" that's out right now, and that's actually on my album that actually came out to Watch the View, which is on all digital media platforms.
Absolutely, absolutely. So you have a lot of music out. You have a lot of music out. What has been your favorite project to work on though? You gotta
Watch,
have one. Gotta have
Watch the View, my new album, has been my most favorite album that I've worked on in years.
one. Okay.
It's actually moving. I'm getting a lot of recognition for it. So I really feel like Watch the View is my best project. But this is a little exclusive for you. Watch the View is doing so good. I'm dropping another project in November sometime. But shh, that's just an exclusive.
Well, thank you for the exclusive. I always like when y'all come here and bring me exclusives and things of that nature. I absolutely love it because it gives me an opportunity to go out and listen and then be like, oh, because you know I'm gonna tell MJ, yo, I like this. This is
Yeah,
dope. Shout out to Marissa, MJ's Hip Hop Connect. She is dope,
she,
and
yes,
yes, baby. Because when I tell you she go hard for her artists, she go hard for her artist, baby. She goes super hard, and I love it because that's what you need. You need somebody to have your back and
yeah.
really, really be there for you. So what we're gonna do, guys, right now, we're gonna let you listen to "No Justice, No Peace." To the people, Notes 82. I need y'all to listen real close to this. Pay attention. They'll never catch me slipping. Hands in the air, these cops is really on a mission. Cams on the dash, don't give a fuck about your feelings. Stand your ground, all you see that shit is meant to kill us. Power to the people, you'll be swinging in my kitchen. Words from my soul, I got an illmatic vision. Big had a dream, Pop really caught attention. Time to give it up, see the flow is still different. Frank spotting shit, you see I had to make decisions. Came from the bottom, looking curvy, just my vision. Concrete jungle like Nick, I'm more distinguished. Give the people truth and then they'll rip your soul to pieces. Time to give it up, I see the hate is more contagious. Really not concerned cause your mind is more vacant. Lies being told like you still segregated. I give it up by no peace, I'm about to take it. Where you at? Power to the people. Stand up. We're about to ride out here. They doing us wrong out here, man. What you gonna do about it? You gonna stand up? Hey, so listen, I can't let you hear all of it because you need to go and listen to the song. So, Notes, in this industry right now, you know, there are a lot of aspiring independent artists. What words of wisdom do you have for any of the newbies that are coming behind you that want to do this thing like you're doing it?
I'm gonna say for me, as much as you want to get into the industry, don't stop. And never give up on your dreams. That's one thing that I've been doing this for a long time now, and it's taken me some time, but perfect your craft, know your business, get all your stuff in order, get a blueprint for yourself, and then run with it. But make sure your business is in order. From BMI to ASCAP to publishing, all of that stuff, you need to get that stuff right before you want to come in this game and say, hey, I want to do music. And that's cool, but make sure you're doing it for the culture as well.
Wow, wow, wow. Do it for the culture. Do it for the culture. You know, it's so interesting. The first most people say, make sure that you understand the business in the industry. Do
Yes,
it for the culture, but the biggest thing is sure that you have all of your business in line before you start jumping out doing stuff. Because at the end of the day, there's some vultures out here. And they're not playing no games. They are preying on the weak. And for real, they preying on everybody. And so I think that is dope. You have a spectacular person in your corner. Shout
yeah,
out once again to MJ, MJ's Hip Hop Connects, guys. You can follow her on social media, but definitely, guys, go to IG and follow Notes 82 and just watch. You know, these artists are putting out content and you're just seeing everything they're doing, and it's super duper dope. So,
yes.
Notes, I really thank you for being here. What we'll definitely do is we will stay connected, and hopefully, next time we will definitely get together and we'll come together as a group and make it happen.
Definitely. I appreciate this opportunity today. And you
All
keep
right.
pushing.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. All righty. So, you guys, everybody, you just talked Luke's 82. See you later. All right, guys, we're getting ready to bring the next person to the table. And it's gonna be Miss Danielle Black, but I'm gonna let you guys listen to some tunes before we do that, okay? Let's listen to Danielle Black, Trap Madonna. Well, seemingly the track does not want to play right now. But what we'll do is we'll go ahead and bring on Miss Danielle Black. So Danielle is another dope artist that is associated with Miss Marissa MJ Savino, MJ's Hip Hop Connect, and she is super dope. She's another artist that is out of New York, and so not only is she a singer, but she's a rapper and a songwriter. She was born in the Bronx, and she was raised to the sounds of Frank Sinatra. And so what we're going to do is we're going to bring her out and we're going to let you guys get to know her and chit chat with her and we'll just take it from there. So, Miss Danielle, how are you?
How are you?
Doing very, very well. Let the people know who you are.
I am Danielle Black. I'm from the Bronx, New York. I'm a recording artist. I sing, I rap, I write, I direct, I do it all.
Wow. All right. So let's break this down. You sing, you direct, you rap, you write. Let's start with the singing, though. Let's start with the singing. How do we get there?
Well, I taught myself how to write, started putting a lot of my emotions into notebooks, and I just wanted to try it out. So I asked around and figured out how to, record in a studio. And I went, recorded my first song that I ever wrote. And maybe 6 months later, I winded up being linked with this producer through a girlfriend who was just waitressing at the time. And from then on, we linked up. She connected us, and we've been working together ever since. And he's been a pure blessing, Mr. Lee Holly, for Lee Holly Productions. And at the time, I had come out of culinary school, and I was rapping recipes. So I created a character called Musical Chefy, and I started rapping the
Uh-huh.
recipes. And from then on, then I started rapping about my life. And I mean, it just snowballed from there, and here I am.
Wow. And I was getting ready to go there. So you went to school for culinary arts to be a chef.
I did. I liked, doing something with my hands. I had no idea what I wanted to go to school for. I thought that my
Okay.
dream for music was kind of over with. And, it was just like, okay, well, what else can I do? I don't really like to go to school. I don't like to sit there and, do something I don't want to do. So maybe I could do something creative and visual. And I love to decorate
Okay.
cakes. So I said, let me just go to culinary school, learn the business and go from there. But
Okay. Okay.
music did not leave my soul. I mean, it was like, no, like you still got to do this. And this is something you got to do. And so I started rapping recipes, and then I started just creating Danielle Black, and, just went from there.
Wow. So rapping recipes, it's
The
interesting
hardest thing
because,
in the world.
but it's so interesting because, music and food brings people together on a different
Ah,
level.
yes, it
So it's
does.
like you're the total package.
Correct. Yes, I like that.
Yeah,
Yes.
seriously. When you really think about it, people come together over music and food, and that's all the
Correct.
time. So, are you still a chef, or are you
Yes,
focusing on the music?
I
Okay.
still put parties together. I still, I am the ultimate party planner. I love, doing it all and just putting it together and just have everyone coming together. And then comes the music. And then I'm DJing, and I'm, playing my music, and I'm entertaining. I really have a true nature to entertain. I like to be funny and, make people laugh. It's just a thing for me. So, in any way possible, way, shape, or form, whatever I can do to create that atmosphere of entertainment and for people just to come together and have a good time, that's where Danielle Black is.
So you're an entertainer. I mean, period. You're
Yes.
not just a singer, you're not just a songwriter, you're not just a rapper. You are an entertainer because you're doing everything. DJing, making sure the food is straight, putting the party together. So once again, the total package. So Danielle, what do you do to kind of bring yourself back? Because you have a lot going on. You wear a lot of hats. So what do you do to kind of bring yourself back into balance?
I mean, that's hard to say because I think I have my biggest issue in life is how do I step away and just relax? I think I have such a hard time trying to relax because I always feel that because I wear so many hats, there's always something for me to do. So
Okay.
because I'm a doer, I like to do. I don't like to sit. So the hardest thing for me is my friends are like, well, we had such a good time. And I'm like, I know, but I should be doing something else. And they're like, no, you need to relax and just enjoy the moment and let people entertain you.
Well, and I think that comes with the territory because when you know the complete picture, when you know what needs to be done, you find yourself kind of jumping out there, doing things and making things happen. And so I get it. I definitely get it. Definitely get it. So are you a dancer as well, or do you just focus on the music side of things relative to the singing and rapping and things of that nature?
Oh, I definitely dance. I've been dancing all of my life. I mean, it'll probably take me a few times to learn the choreography, but I will get it. I will get it. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Talk to us a little bit about the Black Diamond project because I know that project is kind of about power and things of that nature. So tell us a little bit about that project.
Well, Black Diamonds was kind of like, my first EP was Treasure Chest. So that was like all the emotion and me coming out and writing about my family and just my what I had been through and the distractions and so on and so forth. And so Black Diamonds, we kind of kept it like, okay, Treasure Chest. And now here comes, the black diamond, the diamond in the rough, the rare diamond, the expensive diamond, the diamond that you want on your
Mhm.
finger. And so it was kind of like, my producer at the time, my engineer was like, you should do a song about black diamonds. And, a few months later, I came across this beat and I just kept saying black diamonds. And then it opened up the door of, Marilyn Monroe, diamonds are a girl's best friend. And,
Ooh,
I'm a big fan of Marilyn Monroe. And it just went out from there. It was like the boss of Danielle Black, she can sing, she can rap, and it's, very commercial and just very um, something that everyone can bop to. And so
yes.
I mean, I had written about 24 songs and we just divided it all into different EPs, but it was consecutive and they all went along with each other, so it was easy for us to just keep going
Okay,
with
okay.
the theme of it all.
Wow. All right. So Danielle, what's next? Like, I mean, you're constantly delivering. What's next?
I'm building a lot of just singles and a lot of promo vids and all of that. A lot of singles, but my next album is going to be a little bit of country hip hop. So we kind of want to keep the same swag, the same, highlight of Danielle Black, the sexiness, the sassiness. But now this is like real boss. So now we're getting into the guitar playing and, all of that. And so we're putting a little band together. We've all met up already and we're ready to go. So we want to do some, shows and things like that. But we're doing some country hip hop and it's gonna be super dope. You guys can check out the flow of it on my new brand new website that we just
Okay.
launched, just
Yay.
danielleblack.com. So you're gonna see me in my cute cowboy boots, and we're just kind of trying to do something a little different and more fun, and you know, just keep it going. I
Definitely.
mean,
And
as
guys,
you've
I
seen in
told
my
you
music, I'm
tonight.
not, I never stay the same. I same swag, same, woman here in your face, but I like to try different things. I don't like to be limited because if I'm put in a box, it's not a good thing.
Not, not.
No.
And so, like I told you guys, you're checking in this consulting time with your girl Lily Mae, and definitely this is an eclectic experience because we have this dope lineup, and everybody is bringing something different. Everybody is bringing something different, and it should be eclectic and not electric because it's not electric; it's eclectic. But nevertheless, so Danielle, where do you see yourself, say, 5 years from now?
To be honest with you, I have goals and visions in my mind, you know, just being successful, doing what I love to do, with no struggle or pain or agony. But I'm really more focused on the now, you know. Like Notes82 said before, you know your craft, know your business, and know all that, and have a plan, you know. And my plan reached a certain point, and now I'm, you know, revisiting that and recreating a new plan. And that's what my team and I have just been doing. You know, we're getting back into musical chefy world over here. You know, getting with a production team, and we're going to be shooting some shows for that. So there's just a lot going on, and revisiting and just redirecting. But I'm really more focused on the now than I am in 5 years, because I know what I'm going to achieve in the 5 years, and I know the goal. But you have to separate yourself from the end result and focus on the now so you can reach those goals. So it's about now, not about later.
Wow, sounds great. So Danielle, I mean, you really are. I'm so glad that you were able to be with me tonight, and thank you
I
so
know
much
it was great
for.
energy, great energy.
Yes, thank
Yes.
you so much. And once again, guys, it's a lot going on around me, but please understand, I definitely did not want to not be able to bring you guys the broadcast tonight. So any background noise, please charge it to my surroundings and not to my heart. Definitely to my head and not to my heart. So I definitely thank you again, and make sure you let the people know where they can find you.
Oh, y'all can find me at Just Danielle Music on all platforms, Instagram, TikTok. And once again, my new website, please check it out. It's super dope. JustDanielleBlack.com.
Sounds great. Sounds great. Sounds great. And so, Danielle, please, 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 when you have drops or whatever it is, let me know. We'll push it, push it, push it. I love the look. That
Thank you.
red just popped. As soon as I saw the red, I was like, oh, that's what we doing? Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. So, definitely, what
Thank
we're
you.
going to do, guys, before we bring on our next guest, we are going to let you hear some of the tunes of Danielle Black. And
Woohoo.
Danielle, thank you so much once
Thank
again.
you.
I got dreams and I don't want no one to know about them. 'Cause if I do, then I might have to take matters in my own hands. I'm keeping secrets, eye to eye, hand in hand. I'm old school and I'll make the call to swing and rehead. Cut through the one who decided to unfriend, befriend. I ain't playing and I don't need for you to misunderstand. You walk around like I don't know what you're doing. Something
All righty. Listen to a little bit of Danielle Black, but I can't let you hear too much because you won't go and check her out. You will not go check her out, and that's what we want you to do. Check out the artist and support the artist. But what we're gonna do, that was a sneak peek, because guess what? We have a treat for you. Let me sneak peek you again. Ah, I snuck him in again. And the final time, guys, we're going to bring to you Richmond Punch. He is a violinist, and he is going to wow you. He is going to wow you with his riveting, dynamic, explosive, and powerful performance. The songs that he has is super super dope, and I think that you guys are really going to love what he's doing. So without further ado, Richmond Punch, ladies and gentlemen. What's going on?
Oh, there we go. Hey,
You
I'm
might
doing well. How you doing?
how are you?
I'm doing awesome. I'm enjoying being on this show. I'm enjoying this beautiful day in the ATL.
Okay, so let's jump right in, because I already knew when I saw Richmond Punch. I said, oh, okay, okay, I know where I think I know where we coming from, and I think I know where we going because you definitely delivering a punch.
Well, thank you.
So,
Appreciate you.
and then shout out to the Dallas Cowboys. I love it. I love
Oh,
it.
you like it from Dallas?
Absolutely, absolutely. My mother's a Redskins fan, but I hail Dallas all day, every day. So shout out
Yeah.
to the Dallas Cowboys.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I love my Cowboys. You know, I had to for career moves. I had to move on March 1st. I packed my bags and me and my wife moved to Atlanta.
Wow. Okay. Okay. All right. So we definitely gonna get into that. And guys, oh no, guess what? He's gone. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna listen to a couple of more tunes, and then we are going to wait until he comes back.
So lay your sword down and bow to the end. It's time to tell all how you lost your friend. It's embarrassing you have to admit you're lacking. You're away, so fuck you now and fuck you back when. You know, it really fucking annoys me how people are not aware of the roles they deal with. Like, you really thought it was that dumb? LOL. Like, did you really think you were gonna win one over on me? How did you fool this whole entire
All righty, and we're back, and we don't know what happened, but he's definitely back up and running now. So before we get ready to talk about anything, I feel like we need to go ahead and get you to play for us just in case the stream decides it want to do something funky or you get disconnected.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and play.
Okay. Sure. Yes, indeed. So I'm gonna play. Where am I? There I am. I'm gonna play for
Okay.
you a brand new song that's about to be released. And oh, I might have to play that in a second. Let me see. All right. Okay, I'm gonna play for you a song I already have for right now, which is called Trip by Ella May, which I recorded on an album I have called Back That Violin Up. So that's what I'm gonna play for y'all to give y'all some little bit of R&B with a little bit of that step in it, you know.
Superb, superb. Wow. So, all right, talk to us a little bit about that album, Back That Violin Up, because that's different. But I know it's catchy.
Yes, I appreciate you. So yeah, it's well, it was my first attempt at really doing an album that focuses a lot on hip hop, a lot on also on R&B and things that have heavy, beat material in it. So I wanted to convey that message, of great music, of music that get people dancing, two-stepping, or whatever they got to do. And so, this God just gave me a vision, and I continue in that vision. As a matter of fact, before we end, hopefully we have some time, I want to play for y'all back my newest recording about to be released, which is actually Tap In, which is by Saweetie, which is the redone Blow That Whistle. So she redid that song, Blow That Whistle. And one day I woke up and I realized, I guess it was with her redoing that song and called Tap, Tap, Tap In, that no violinist had recorded Blow the Whistle. And so I got fired up. I was like, there's no videos on this song on YouTube, like nowhere, no whistle, violin, nothing. So I was like, what? I was like, another anthem, so.
Well, definitely, I'm definitely gonna have you. You're gonna take us out to that. You're gonna take us out to that, Blow the Whistle. So, all right, from childhood to now, let's talk career development. Like, how did you evolve into this accomplished violinist?
Oh, yes, ma'am. So I started when I was 5 years old. Started in public schools in Dallas, playing all styles of music, and with the right teachers. My direction was paved. I had good nurturing for teachers, and a supportive single parent mother in Dallas, Texas, and she helped guide me. I never stopped my practicing. I always played and practiced all the time. You had to tell me to stop, to eat dinner for me to stop, playing, and I would play all night until I got some help, like private lessons and things like that. And then there was programs for minorities. I ended up going to Booker T. Washington High School for the Performing and Visual Arts, where alumni include Erykah Badu, and my personal classmate from 1998, Nora Jones. I was able to go on to Juilliard for my undergraduate with the help of training from the Dallas Symphony, which has a free program for minorities. See that village that raises the child. It gets deep. A lot of us have those villages, but it gets really deep. Then I'm in New York, and then I'm like, well, the undergraduate wasn't enough because I don't know. So I did tackle the master's, and I went to Yale University for my master's.
Wow. So I guess where we are is that you have absolutely grown through academia and industry. So what does that look like for you now? Like, you produce a wide array of music. So what's next? Where are you gonna go?
Oh, yes, indeed. So, like, recently I got to play for Rayshard Brooks' funeral. Well, first of all, on the Where I'm Gonna Go, Atlanta is it. It's it. It's like Black Hollywood, and it's like so much more. And this is the place to be. So I'm so happy to be here, first of all. So I was following the protests, and I started playing on the street, and I got noticed after I played at Wendy's about the day after Rayshard Brooks was killed at the Wendy's. And then I ended up getting national coverage with over about 500,000 views per video for playing at his viewing service. God bless Rayshard Brooks and his family. That elevated me. I really didn't know what was about to happen, because for one, I'm all filled with sadness and anger when I first go out there, and normally I'm always trying to seek opportunities. I wasn't even seeking it. I was just so filled with some anger and some stuff. Somebody wrote a comment on one of my videos, said, well, Richmond, ain't you gonna send it out to the family? I was like, okay, yeah, maybe I will. And I thought it was a long shot, because I watched George Floyd's funeral in his wake, and I'm like, there's no way. they ain't gonna put me on no national TV, and nobody in Atlanta know who I am. But they embraced me. And at Ebenezer, and they were so nice. And Willie Watkins Funeral Home, come on, somebody. And I already feel like I know something about ATL. I've done an event with Julian Bond, Representative Julian Bond. I got a job every week. I play at Sage Restaurant in the Perimeter area in Dunwoody. I got my weekly job on Saturdays and Sundays, and I have I've been empowered to start a nonprofit called Strings for Justice. That's gonna be about helping end like these problems that we have with justice, steering things away from the problems that the police or people run into with police, and bringing safe and correct solutions to mental health. I want to fund on-call, on-site, off-site mental health. I want therapists and music therapists and anybody that can help that to actually help support and grow with me. And I want to do something real and bring some change and help stop all this foolishness.
Wow, absolutely, Richmond. Super dope. Everything that you're saying, I can definitely concur to, and definitely let me know where you are relative to, getting your platform together for those respective things. Behavioral health is definitely something that's near and dear to my heart. That's my actual career at this time, outside of being, a media personality. And so before we go into your performance to take us out, tell everybody where they can find you on social media.
Yes, ma'am. So I am on social media under my name, Richmond Punch. My social media name, Violin Richmond, at Violin Richmond. Website, richmondpunch.net. And I'm still getting Twitter to correct it, but my newest Twitter is called Strings for Justice. The number is from Strings for Justice. So you'll either see a 4 or you see 4 like FOR. And I'm still getting Twitter to correct it because they wouldn't allow the FOR, but Strings for Justice. Just be on the lookout seriously for that.
Sounds great. Well, hey, you got the floor. You can take us on out with Blow the Whistle.
Okay. Now, y'all, this is hot off the press. So y'all bear with me about 30 seconds, maybe, because this song. Okay, here we go. I see it. Is that it? Yes. Here we go. So this is brand new. Like, I've never performed it. I just recorded it. I'm almost there. And my producer. Wait a minute. He just sent me the backing track. Let me see. I got it. Okay, here we go. 30 seconds up. Here we go. Amen. Amen.
Yay! Did y'all like it? You liked it? What you gonna do? You gonna give him a thumbs up? Give him a thumbs up too. Thumbs up. All right.
Yeah.
So guys, once again, you just heard from Richmond Punch, ladies and gentlemen, straight out of Dallas, now in ATL. Thank you so much. Even my other niece in the background, she hollering for you too.
Oh, I appreciate you.
So once again, guys, huh?
I see your kids done wore me out. I'm out of breath up here trying to play blow the whistle.
Well, these are nieces and nephews.
Oh, okay.
Full nieces and nephews all day.
I can see y'all wear her out, and it's all love. I can see it. I see them smiles all over your face.
Oh, so yes, they said that they were gonna come on, and they finally came on at the end. But once again, I thank you. And what we're gonna do, every artist that was on tonight, we're definitely going to do a retaping, and we're gonna re-air it so that you guys can definitely get the full experience of It's Consulting Time with Lily Mae. Guys, y'all gonna say good night to everyone?
Good night, everyone.
Taylor, you gonna say good night?
Good night.
I don't think she's gonna say good night, but once again,
I don't say no good night.
Once again, we always strive to bring you joy, jewels, and justice.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.